prosper.
Oh, sorry. We will be recording.
No, that's totally fine.
Yeah,
that
you just
totally
jumped in. All good. So for those that will be watching this later, we are recording right now, just because we have several that could not make it this morning. But I just want to do an official welcome to Warren with ADP. He is our Isle of Wight County local representative for the Isle of Wight Chamber of Commerce. And he is going to talk today about some services that ADP offers. And I know, like, even myself, I'm embarrassed to admit, I thought it was just payroll. However, ADP offers benefits, human resources benefits, comprehensive other packages as well. So he's going to walk us through that today. So welcome, Warren.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jessica. Yeah, like she said, my name is Warren Reese. I work with ADP. And you're very right. We do handle more than just payroll. We actually have comprehensive solutions for almost anything that can be aligned with payroll. And that's anything that has a deductions like insurances or benefits, even retirement plans, all the way down to just getting, getting that one direct deposit on W-2. That way it makes it a little easier to go down to the bank and get a loan. So we kind of cover it all. And I do have a bit of a presentation here that I'll show you guys and we'll walk through. So I will go ahead and pull it up just so we have a nice, wonderful background and share my screen here. And you guys just let me know if you can see it. Awesome.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Good deal. Thank you. So our payroll platform, just as we come into it here, is called Run. You see it right here, and you'll see it a lot, and you'll hear it a lot through the conversation. Run is just what we call our platform. And our big focus, especially my big focus, I work in a department called Small Business Services. So I'm working primarily with businesses between 1 and 50 employees, but I've got partners for all the way up into, national and international business as well. But the big thing we understand at ADP, especially in my shoes, being, both an entrepreneur in my own time, as well as having a career here, you never have enough time. As a business owner, you wear a ton of hats, but you're expected to wear all those hats professionally and with a sense of expertise. You're supposed to be the person that everyone can go to, give out their questions and get their answers timely, and you just are the know-all. It's like raising a young kid. You're just, everything is why, what, how, and when, and you're supposed to know the answer. We understand that is a tough ask of anyone. So we just want to lighten that load a little bit by putting some time back into your day and making it a little easier for you to process those payrolls, a little easier for you to, manage all your deductions in one place, and just have everything, in one compact area where you're able to access reports without any problem. Our primary goal is to, in much more complicated terms, streamline back office administration for business owners. Anything you have to do, our goal is to make it take a little less time. So this is kind of a fan here of some little differentiators that we have at ADP versus some of the other payroll providers and platforms. Of course, we handle your payroll, but what we also do that not everyone does is we take full tax liability for anything payroll related. So that's quarterly 941s, any payroll taxes, we handle that on the spot. As you process payroll, we are keeping you tax compliant and paid up. That way, at the end of the year, you're not taking huge hits and you get to incrementally kind of, work your way through the year and stay compliant the whole time. HR support is another big one that's important. Just because, through the life cycle of the employee, anything could happen. You could have just gotten a bad apple that's caused a bunch of ruckus, or you could get in a situation where, there's a global pandemic and laws start changing rapidly, environments start changing rapidly, and you never know when something could happen. So we provide comprehensive HR support to small businesses as well, whether that means just having, a desk that you could call into to be able to make sure that what you're doing is, aligns with the laws and aligns with the best business practices. all the way up to having dedicated HR teams. So we have all kinds and types of solutions for your business. We also offer time and attendance. We have internal partners at ADP that run time and attendance. You can do it from your phone. You can do it from an iPad, from your computer. But this is just a way to have your employees actually clock in, so you're not having to, kind of trust that they were there at 8 sharp and not 8:07, because that 7 minutes turns into 15, turns into an hour, and by the end of the year, you're paying possibly hundreds, if not thousands, of what we might not like to call stolen time, but it is stolen time. So we're able to track that time and attendance as well, even with geolocation. So if you have employees that are working on sites somewhere, where they may have to be in multiple locations at once, they can clock in and out at those locations, and there'll be a confirmation that yes, they were in this general area right where they needed to be when they clocked in. So we have some neat solutions there as well. And another one, going off the topic of life cycles of employees, recruitment and onboarding as well. At ADP, we partner with ZipRecruiter. And if you're not familiar with ZipRecruiter, it is a recruiting platform that kind of works for you. So it's got some artificial intelligence programmed into the system that will look at the requirements you have for a job and what you are looking for in an employee. And ZipRecruiter will actually look at the people who are looking for jobs. They'll look for people that line up with what you need, and they'll actually send an email out to them that says, hey, we think that, oh my gosh, let's think of someone down there. We think you'd be a great fit at Red Point. So why don't you go ahead and apply? And they send you an email, and you are, you're usually able to get qualified talent within 24 to 48 hours, which is really neat. Then if you decide to hire that person, you can also send them an email right from your ADP Run platform that just allows them to fill out all their own information for onboarding. That way it takes a little bit of the liability off of you as the business owner, because if that information is wrong, will they put it in themselves? And that leads me into the employee portal. An employee portal, you can decide how much access your employees have into the Run platform, but they're always able to access pay stubs and things like that just by logging into their own Run app, where they can where they can go in and pull different reports, see the hours that they've worked, see their pay stubs, and it's going to help with retention as well. Instead of an employee having to come to you and ask for pay stubs because they're getting an apartment or they're getting a car, they're able to go right on their phone, right on the spot, and be able to pull those reports themselves. And that makes everyone's life just a little bit easier and keeps you the good guy as the business owner. Insurances. So I do want to go over insurance and how, what we have to offer, but I also don't want to step on anyone's toes. And I understand that y'all have the Hughes group up there who had some great chili last week. Shout out to the Hughes group there. But we also streamline certain insurances through payroll, anything that can be tied to payroll. Workers' compensation is one where it's tied directly to the amount of money that you pay out to your employees and the classification of the work. So the more you pay out in payroll, the more you have to pay during your audits, once or twice a year. We also offer health and benefits package, vision, dental health, as well as retirement services, which is our next little notch in the fan here. Whether those are simple IRAs, which are great pre-tax deductions, and I think that they're a better tax shelter in the immediate, or just as good of a tax shelter tool in the immediate as they are a long-term saving tool. And they're really neat, as well as traditional 401ks. And last but not least on this little fan is something called Accountant Connect. So we don't want to break up the relationship between you and your CPA or you and your insurance broker. We want to work along with everyone. So the cool thing about Accountant Connect is that if you come on with ADP, someone, it would be me, can go to your CPA and I can get them on this Accountant Connect platform for free. All it does is make it easier to access your information, and they can log directly onto your run to be able to pull reports and do your end of year taxes, which is really neat. We also supply them with a master tax guide, which is about an $800 value. It's digital and it's updated every year, so they have it. But we have great ways of working with everyone.
Hey, Warren, just to interrupt, sorry to interrupt, but going back to the insurance, one question that I always get, especially because 96% of our membership is small business where there's like, one employee or two employees. With that, is there a requirement of how many W-2 employees that the business must have in order to sign on with that insurance? Is it like outside of 1099 contractors?
Yeah, and that's a really good question, and I promise everyone she was not coached on that one. It is actually 3 W-2 employees.
Okay.
If you have 3 W-2 employees, you have to legally in the state of Virginia have workers' compensation. It's always intelligent to have it regardless. As long as there's payroll involved, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and have the workers' comp. If you're fine with taking your own risk, you're the boss, but if you have other employees out, it's always a good idea, but you're not legally required to until you have 3 W-2 employees.
Does that go for the dental and?
No, it doesn't. That's actually just workers' comp.
Okay.
As far as health and benefits go, we can actually sign up really anyone. I believe they have to have at least 2 people that would be participating on the plan.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty standard. I just wanted to double check.
Yep. But another great thing about that is if you currently have health and benefits through your business, you can, as long as there are 4 people taking part in the plan, you can actually broker over that plan to ADP for free. And along with that are other benefits as well, like employee advocacy centers, which again, remove liability from the business owners because the employees have a place to go ask questions to licensed professionals, and the business owner can avoid any sort of HIPAA violation or things like that. So that's really neat as well. And another thing that involves deductions and streamlines right in through payroll.
Perfect. Thank you for answering that.
Yeah, no, you're very welcome. Thank you for asking. I'm gonna go ahead and flip on to the next one here. So this is just a little bit, just the cool thing about our Run platform. It's quick and easy to use. You're able to access it right from your phone. There's an app, and I know that there's a slide about it in here anyway, so we'll talk about that, but you're able to process and run payroll right from an app as well as your computer. It is very easy to use. I have clients well into their 80s that are just doing it, setting it up because they're about to transfer ownership of the business down to someone else in the family. And everyone is able to figure this out. It is not hard to use, and it shouldn't be hard to use. It's a really important process in your workday, and it should be something that you understand and something that's easy. So this is just kind of some cool little check marks on ADP. Good employee experience because they're able to they've got possibly HR teams that they're able to talk to. All their stuff is pretty easy to handle and manage. They can pull their pay stubs easy, and that comprehensive expertise. So there's always someone for you at ADP to talk to that's going to be akin to the knowledge that you need. Why small businesses choose ADP or Run powered by ADP? Just like we said in the last slide, it's really easy to use. You're able to use all the resources that ADP has to offer with your particular package, which all of them are an incredible bang for their buck. Easy to add other ADP and third-party solutions, like we talked about with the insurances, with the health and benefits, the workers' compensation. Not only that, but if you have, say, a restaurant and you'd like to get involved with, we have applicant tracking systems now, for restaurants and things like that who might love it. And we have all kinds of different third-party solutions. If you have employees that would like to get paid on a pay card as opposed to a live check or direct deposit, we have solutions for that as well. And like we talked about with the Accountant Connect a couple slides ago, CPAs can manage clients' payroll and deliver insights right through that Accountant Connect, which is free. So even then, you can be as laissez-faire as you would love to be as a business owner. So that is just our rough overview here. That is kind of what ADP does and how we do it. If anyone ever has any questions, I meant to leave kind of my name and number here, but I'm pretty easy to get into a hold of if you talk with Jessica, or if my email is warren.reese@adp.com. That's WARREN .REESE@adp.com. My phone number as well is 757-708-3772. You can call me, text me. That's my personal number. I put my son to bed about 8 o'clock, so cut me some slack if you would pass then. But otherwise, you're always able to reach me. You've got my email address and my phone number. Any information that you need, just if it's a little overview of what we've gone over today, or you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. It will not bother me at all to answer your questions. And I'd love to give you the education. So anything you guys need, just let me know. I really look forward to seeing and working with all of you more. I got to meet quite a few of you at the tailgate last week, and it was absolutely a wonderful time. I loved it. Thank you, Jessica, for setting everything up and everyone else involved. And otherwise, thank you so much. Jackie, if you've got any questions, or Jessica, if you've got any questions before we hop off here, absolutely,
yes,
let me know.
I will actually reach out to you. So our CPA is changing her business model. We currently have ADP, but she processes it. So
Okay.
I would like to take that over because we're looking for a new accountant to do taxes. So I'll reach out to you and set something up where my husband and I can sit down and chat.
Yeah, absolutely. Please do. I have a great network of accountants as well.
We do too at the
so maybe we
chamber.
could go over some names also.
Okay. Yep. I'll take a look. So yeah.
Yeah, we have.
What was that, Jessica? I'm sorry.
No, we have a great few members, accountant members that are very
good.
involved
Excellent.
in the community, and you probably work with them as well, Warren.
I can imagine. I might. Now we're all kind of there's quite a few of us all spread out all over. So who knows? But I'd love to meet with them and talk about how we can all work together for some benefit.
So, well, thank you so much, Warren. For those that are watching the recording right now, in the email that when I send this out, we'll do an e-blast as well as the email to everyone who is registered for today. And I'll include your contact information in that email so people can reach out to you directly. And but thank you so much for the overview. I was excited for this one today because when people hear ADP, I think they automatically go to payroll. But they don't think about everything else that's involved with that. So this is a great streamlined solution for small businesses. And like I said, the majority of our chamber membership is small business, and you start your business because you love what you do, right? And that's not necessarily bookkeeping and HR and all of those things.
No one wanted to be an HR and payroll specialist.
Yes.
I, on the other hand, did choose this job because I love money in the hands of business owners and not Uncle Sam. So I am your guy.
Yeah, I think everybody could agree with that statement, right?
Absolutely.
So, well, thank you so much for your time this morning. Thank you to Jackie. She was the only one who hopped on. We had several others registered, but like how mornings go.
That's right.
So, but no, I'm glad that we got to record it. We'll send it out to everyone. And if anybody has questions, just follow up with Warren, or you can reach out to us directly at the chamber, and we will be happy to connect you.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all, and everyone have a wonderful day.
All right, you too.
Thanks
So much.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye.